So guys, just making a quick video on talking to yourself. What this does is it makes you kind of step outside of your comfort zone, essentially, but without having to step right out of it. And you don't need to find a learning partner, a tandem partner. All of us are busy, all of us work, and we don't have always time to say, hey, let's do half an hour on Saturday, 5 o'clock your time. So talking to yourself is basically, it's like going to the gym, I suppose, without a training partner, without a training buddy. You go when you're ready, you go when you can go. It's the same thing here, but the difference is talking to yourself. All that you need is literally 2-3 minutes at a time, and you can do this several times a day. It doesn't matter whether you only started learning it today, or whether you've been learning it for several years. Whatever is your target language or your target languages, practice them. I would say definitely to kind of help them separate within your head. Practice them at different times of the day. All right. So I would avoid doing, let's say, especially if it's something very similar like Spanish and Italian or Spanish and Portuguese, don't do them in the same session, unless you are very used to it. Now, there are people who can do it straight away, who can, for example, learn a phrase in Spanish, learn a phrase in Portuguese, and their brain is able to separate it. We'll talk about it later on. However, if I would recommend most of the time, and this is what I do, is if I, for example, focus in the morning in Portuguese, I might do Slovak in the afternoon. And even if you are just starting out, this is, let's say, your first day you're doing it, you can go like this. Say in your target language, you say hello to yourself, the other person. So you imagine like a visible friend. One of you says hello, the other one says hello. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. And you? And then you say, I forgot how to say I'm tired. Obviously all of this is happening in the target language, whichever it is. But because everyone's will be different, that's why I'm doing this in English. And then you say, I forgot how to say I'm a little bit tired. So you ask Siri, hey Siri, how do you say I'm a little bit tired, for example, in Slovak? And then you use that. And then to reinforce it, you say it again. Say, oh, I'm a little bit tired. What's your name, etc. So you carry on with that conversation. But I would also say one of the other recommendations is do it out loud. Okay, obviously it can be embarrassing. If I start talking to myself now in Portuguese by the pool, people will think that I'm crazy. Or do it somewhere where you feel comfortable. But the main thing is, if you talk to yourself, you will also be working on pronunciation, and you'll be reinforcing things a lot more, because not only are you practicing the vocabulary in your head, but because you are saying it, it reinforces it more in your head. So that's it, and hope everyone's having a good summer, and see you guys soon.